Hello everybody and welcome here to what is your Farm4Fame 3-point whatever we're actually up to now. Grand final is MYM going up against NAvi. Been a while since we've actually been at this seat. Actually, it hasn't been that long. It's only been about maybe a month since we actually have been at the grand final. But guys, I have some very, very good news for you. The match has actually started. So without further ado, we'll jump ourselves straight into it. As you can see, MYM on the Sentinel side, NAvi for the Scourge. And yeah, guys, they actually got themselves into the game, I've got to say, the fastest I've ever seen from either team, which is absolutely amazing, because really, we get to sit here and actually watch Dota straight up. So let's jump ourselves in and have a look at the bans and picks, because that's always an interesting thing to actually do. Or because it could be a boring thing if you hate all the intricacies of, that's not really a word. It was attempted to be a word, but it was close to a word. If you actually enjoy the nice small details of a game like this. Okay, so we got Invoker and Batrider being banned out, Clockwork Goblin Pugner, as well as Ancient Apparition being banned out. Clockwork Goblin, if you were actually watching from the Chinese tournament, which I'm not going to say the name of due to the massive controversy surrounding it, CCM. Yes, Clockwork Goblin has been banned out. Clockwork Goblin being one of the strongest heroes of late times, actually, through Chinese Dota. How it actually affects into the world of European Dota, don't know, because ArtStyles has banned him out. Weaver was the last man to come out from Melk as well, and ArtStyles picks up with his first pick. These guys really aren't wanting to waste time at all, with a CM coming straight up as the first pick. Didn't even take a couple of seconds to pick that guy. But yes, Crystal Maiden, so maybe mana-intensive heroes, maybe just going support off the cuff. Crystal Maiden, not always been the first pick as far as support goes. Vengeful Spirit has been designed of late, if you can call a ghosty being designed. She's bodaciously ghosty, we can go with that. But yes, Crystal Maiden has been picked up anyway. Vengeful Spirit, I kind of enjoy him. Then you have other heroes which have been very, very popular of late too. Actually, I wanted to say Witch Doctor straight off the cuff is what first jumped to my head, but Witch Doctor actually hasn't. He's always been like the support hero at the very, very end. Oh, cut and paste, don't you do that to me. Thank you. He has actually always been picked up around the end of the game as a afterthought, need a support hero, we'll go with him kind of thing. That hasn't come up this time. Earthshaker, the first pick up from Melk, as well as a Windrunner. Now, Earthshaker, of course, if you haven't seen him, for people who have tuned into my Shoutcast a hell of a lot before, you'll remember Scythe Koi. Now, Koi being obviously one of my most favourite Jizz Myself moment players whenever he plays ES. Actually left Scythe recently, I believe. If that was actually confirmed. Don't know, I think it was actually just rumour. But yes, here's Earthshaker. The timing of an Earthshaker, but the positioning of an Earthshaker just makes for one hell of an amazing game. Just because it can control lanes, it can control battlefields, and it also does massive burst damage if you get that ulti right. Either through a blink dagger, either through just being in the right position at the right time. Obviously, his ulti gets so much more damage from everything that's around him. The more units that are around him, the more damage his ulti does, and the more it really screws up the other team. Now, the other team, being NAvi, have actually picked up two of their last players, two of their last heroes before the next ban phase. They've picked up Visage as well as Spectra. It looks like Malk has just decided to pick up Syllabear as their last one, so a little bit of pushing power to come from his lineup. But seeing Malk and Specky up here, Specky has been a favoured carry of late, just because his ability, obviously, well, reflect, be a tank, and just basically be an awesome badass. He is our third pick. But it's also great for the tri-lane with Visage. Visage using that nuke as a support hero, more than likely we'll see NAvi do exactly the same thing as cut and paste. Appears to be having a couple of issues, but obviously he does have issues in life and everything else. But yes, Visage able to actually couple into that tri-lane. You can literally say that could be your tri-lane right there. Specky being babysat, Visage as well as CM there in support, and then we just need our two solos to go from there. Depending how they actually want to play it. Depends on the mid-solo from MYM as well. They haven't really shown that up yet. Windrunner has gone mid-solo a couple of times of late, but we do have Syllabear as well as ES. Well, Syllabear more than likely would just try and solo up that bottom lane, get as much farm as he possibly can, or top, depending how he wants to go. He's pretty good on the solo, due to the fact he does have that bear, but it depends how Navi want to play it. More than likely, they'll take their tri-lane up towards the top lane, go for the pull, and then MYM can't really let that happen too much. They need to keep pressure on that pull, get those walls out to actually block, and then more than likely move their own tri-lane up towards the top. Our last bans do actually come out from Navi, removing out Enchantress as well as Shen. So all those boys who remember about 6 months ago when Melk was most famous for playing Shen, will not be the case this time around. We do see Puck being banned out here by Melk, so just worried about being caught, well, in a group, and basically just having a good counter solo as well. Puck, obviously, with that great Warring Rift, the ability to actually escape out of any sort of situation. Illusionary Orb, obviously that being the case. But, yes, he has been removed. So, one more ban to actually come out. Shaker, Windrunner, and Syllabear. I am really interested to see how Melk actually does play this one, like what lanes he will actually send them, knowing he'll be facing what will be basically not a double stun tri lane, not until level 6 at least, but you do actually have that double nuke through the Nova, which should get a little bit of a buff, even though I'm saying buff, it was a couple of months ago, but a buff on the Nova, but it also got done on the mana regen, the aura through the Brilliance Aura, not Brilliance Aura. I'm going for that one. It's around there. Yeah, I'll find it out later. It's early in the morning, damn it. Yes, but looks like there's our mid solo, so it's going to be Beastmaster going up as a solo. Either that or he's going to be babysat in the tri lane, which probably won't actually happen. Necrolite coming up here from Melk, so a little bit of stayability for his lineup. And looks like Velar's just saying we actually need a remake for a second too. So, by the way, Velar is actually... The YTV didn't actually work. So Velar's actually in here streaming out YTV as well as his own stream, which is actually really, really cool. Thanks to Velar. Big shout out to the big man. Shoutcasting nice and hard there for all the Russian boys out there. Hopefully everyone on our stream's having a good time. We'll double check that too on the remake. I apologise, guys. I don't have the chat up, so I can't see what you're actually saying. So Holy Master's going to remake it, so that's going to be the go. All the boys saying no, as 818. I don't know if you're trying to plead to me. I think he is. Yeah, the Germans want the YTV, because I think Nice Try is also commentating this one as well. There's a hell of a lot of people. As obviously you guys now realise, I can't multitask. Typing as well as that's the word. Speaking is also a challenging thing. All right, so Lich actually comes up as R-Style's last pick. So maybe we're going to see Lich solo, for which we haven't seen for a while now. We're going to see that here coming out from Navi. Running the Lich solo, more than likely bottom lane. That means Beastmaster mid, then your tri lane up there on top. We'll see if Mr. Tobi Wan's right. Without Slash as my guiding force, it is possible. I'm not going to make the comment I made last time. He got a little bit cut about that. But Melk has picked up Necrolite, Syllabear, Windrunner, as well as ES. Lich actually probably won't have that hard a time. Actually, yeah, you will. The Syllabear's bear is going to be harassing him like non-stop. So Lich is actually going to have a hell of a hard time up against Syllabear on the bottom lane, or possibly Windrunner. It depends how they want to run it. I probably actually want to throw Syllabear down there, let Windrunner go for the solo in the middle. That way Beastmaster has that range harassment that will be coming in, and then Syllabear can just use that bear to harass Lich down, where if Lich just Novas the crap out of Windrunner, she is pretty squishy. You got to remember, Windrunner is an intel hero. Will actually hurt a hell of a lot. Looks like Fury's going to come up here. ES as well as Necrolite should actually make up your top lane, as we will actually just jump ourselves out of that game and back into the studio. Great to see you guys again. So the remake will actually come. And big shout out to Holy Master as well. So well done to Holy Master. You forgot to put the streams in his news. Smooth move, dude. Smooth move. And yes, so it appears that people are actually having a little bit of issues here with the lanky video. So I'll just check and make sure our stream is actually going out of decent quality. So the live stream will die for a second. Don't worry, people on the VOD. You won't have to worry too much. You'll be able to come back from this. Actually, no. That actually appeared to be fine. So yeah, there's no real issues whatsoever with the stream going out from here. No, she's actually completely utterly fine. So I do apologise to everybody out there who's having any sort of issues. If you are, then it's possible it's just Own3D TV, just on its stream. You won't really have many issues, many options, because both streamers tonight are actually going out in Own3D. And Croc just instantly just said, "Stream froze!" That's because I said I was dropping the stream. That's what we do, we communicate. Anyway, back inside the game, and we will actually get rolling now. So everybody is in, and guys, welcome to your grand final, Farm4Fame, MYM going up against a NAvi. As no one's wanting to hit the start button yet. Well done, Vlad. He's going to make sure he gets all the YTV up and running. Obviously, there are a couple of other people who wish to actually tune into this stream. YTV being the only source these days, after Garena TV actually died. Or got removed, I should say. Technically, it didn't actually die. It just keep getting hacked, and well, Garena decided to remove it. So, yes. The call from the Navi boys. Let's go. Let's get this started. This is a best of 3. As we're just keeping my eyes on the game just in case. Vlad is actually just not actually responding right now, so let's try and check and see if the YTV stream is actually going before they hit the ready button. Because if it's not, then we're in trouble. For start, off we go. So, guys and girls, welcome to your grand final. Defense of the Ancients, version 6.71b is where we're up to. Damn, we've been doing Dota for a long time. But that is where we're going to go. So, who remembers their picks? Who remembers everything else? We don't know. But we will see now who gets to play what. So, we'll start up here on the Scourge side of the Navi boys. So, people have to remember what they actually picked. As, oh, there we go, all pick mode. So, guys, pick up, roll out. And there's your Beastmaster CM, Specky Lich. Lich being played by 818. Specky will be played by Art Styles. 397 playing as Crystal Maiden. ForFame playing as our Beastmaster. And they only have one more person to actually pick up. And there he is, Visage, which will be 333 on the backside. So down towards your MYM team. The A team, in fact. Oh my lord, I can't believe you actually changed the name of that. 3223. Is what he's been named for this one. That is Necrolite. Cut and paste, our Windrunner Pusher will be playing as Furion. Malk also always loved to play as Furion, but this time around he'll be playing as the Lone Druid. And I'm actually heading towards bottom lane with Mania. So Earthshaker will be down that bottom lane. So it looks like Syllabel will actually join into the tri lane. Windrunner will head towards the top to actually solo. Necrolite will solo at the middle lane, so that last pick actually completely threw out all of my predictions. And looks like the Scourge are going to go straight to, well, near the Roshan pit. I doubt they're actually going to go for it. They're going to be more than likely looking for a gank. But all 5 of them are currently sitting out front of the Roche pump. Or are we? We could see it. We could see it. Probably not here. I said GG, have fun. It was from Cut and Face. Obviously, he doesn't like being ignored. As the good lucks do come back out from Navi. What's this? StarCraft 2, man? Alright, so let's keep our eyes at the moment on the game, which is also, I just realised there's no currently game sounds. We currently want game sounds. So let's give us that. As we're going to see the classic MYM strat with the Goblin Zeppelin flying up towards the backside. So they're going to look to actually kill this courier early on, looking for that little bit of an opening. As Furion will be ready to actually TP. There he is, Pusher, all ready to go. So there goes our little courier flying up. They tried this a while ago. They might do it this time. And this time the courier from 397 actually comes right inside the neutrals. I think they're almost expecting this one, keeping the vision out there. The foghorn has gone off, so the action will start off. And looks like Pusher will just bring his Goblin Zeppelin back a little bit forward there. As I think 818 did actually spot that one with a little smiley face coming out. Alright, so these will be our lane CM, Specky and Visage for our bottom lane for the Scourge. In towards the middle will be Beastmaster going on Necrolite, so Beastmaster, nothing weird there. And the Lich solo will not be on the bottom, will be on the top going up against Windrunner. So that's exactly where Lich wanted to be and look for that massive nuke harassment. I don't say nuke harassment, it's more like a bit of a tickle in level 1. The nuke comes at level 4. It does come a hell of a lot faster though, especially with that Dark Ritual. Well, there goes that Goblin Zeppelin, coming back from his war mission, which never succeeded. Mania comes through, Fiji goes down, just there on the bottom lane. He's still getting harassed by 397, already bringing him down to half HP. No regen items on top of Mania too, bar the mana regen. So he didn't want to take that much damage early on. But R-Stars will be quite happy for him to take that much damage. That means if he does get himself in trouble, reflect that damage, Mania, and just try and live through. Furion, Pusher, I think he actually walked all the way towards that bottom lane. Nah, he wouldn't have TP'd. That's completely ridiculous. Anyway, he's down there on the bottom lane, so tri-lane on tri-lane. Only one real stun, one capture stun, you could say, that will come out from this bottom lane. In saying that, it's the same that goes back from the opposition. No real nukes, but it'll be consistent harassment coming out from Pusher on the bottom lane. Up towards the top, you will have a Lich 818 going up against Windrunner. We'll check that CS battle. Obviously, it's a little bit, not really, the CS stats don't really do it justice, especially considering the fact that Dark Ritual doesn't actually count as a deny on the creep stats board. It is actually a deny, but doesn't actually count for it. As 333 appears to actually having a couple of issues so far. So our start's just asking for 2 minutes. That's all right, dude. We can give you 2 minutes. Let's check the CS scores, just see the start coming up here. Melk on the bottom lane, 8 for 1. His supports down there on the bottom lane too, which is Pusher and Mania, both sitting at 0 for 0, which is fair enough. The bottom lane, though, they're going up against CM, as well as Passage, as well as Artstyles. Artstyles only with a 2 for 1 so far. 333 is actually the highest one on that bottom lane with 3 for 0, and then the 1 for 1 for Crystal Maiden. But everything being done on that bottom lane by Melk at the moment. 555 in the middle lane, 6 for 7. Big denies actually coming out from him up against, well, we had, oh, come on, Brain. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's a good idea. Let's get Tobi to Shoutcast. That's going to be a great idea. Necrolite is there in the middle lane, 3 for 1. So basically the A team, or Mr. A team, which I'm pretty sure is Lacoste, 3223 is actually getting schooled pretty badly there on the creep stats. Back up towards the top lane, though, you have Lich 6 for 1, which is more like 6 for 3, I think, by now. 2 Dark Rituals in 2 minutes. Yeah, that'd be fair enough. And he is going up against our Windrunner on the top lane, which is 6 for 1 right now. So Windrunner getting a little bit more on top. Actually, not really. In fact, it's actually exactly the same. In fact, Windrunner being a little bit behind on denies. But yes, that does actually mean that basically everything's pretty locked and even, apart from that mid lane where Beastmaster's just having, yeah, great old time. The call for a go. Everyone's good to go. So thank God, because I didn't want to have to fill in any more time for you boys. There's hopefully you're going to see. Oh, actually, no, it's just a ward here from Navi. So it is actually watching the Ogre pushes. One thing I haven't actually had to check out so far is the wards. So rather aggressive wards. Check out for the ganking coming from the side with that vision, as well as the pull coming on the bottom lane. So there goes Melk. He's going to go for that early pull. Also keeps vision of the room with that ward. I do like that ward position. It's ever so nice. No wards up in the middle lane, but one Crow there from the Beastmaster watching that DD route on the top. ES did come in towards the middle lane, looking for a little bit of a gank off. Was not going to actually come off. For the main reason that basically, yeah, ES can drop the fissure down, but that is a very, very wide opening. The only way to really lock Beastmaster in place is to pin him up against this corner, but you still leave that open area, and couldn't really get into that position easily. Pull did come through. Looks like Navi not wanting to let that pull go uncontested. The 333 coming in. Wanting to make sure that Malk doesn't get any more free farm in that bottom lane. Trying to harass the Spectre back. As you see that little bit of little buff damage going on towards the Sentinel units on that bottom lane. That's the reflection coming off Spectre. Very, very damaging thing to do. Mania up here on the top lane. Does have his fissure ready to rock and rumble. Also has double damage room, which he did pick up. Looks like Push is also TP'd up towards the top lane, so we might see our first attempted gank up here on the top lane. Will they better pull it off? They've got to try and separate it off. They need the wave. Cut and paste, can be careful not to get in too close. Now they're going to dive back behind the tower. As 818 doing the very, very wise thing of going out as, oh no, Pusher is going to turn around. Great fissure coming out from Earthshaker. Healing salve coming out very, very fast from Furion, but Pusher almost ended up being in well over his head and giving first blood to a solo Lich on the top lane. Something you don't want to do. That would have popped him up to level 6, and then you would have the Nova to deal with. But that Pusher does manage to actually escape. Luckily for him, luckily for the MYM fans who just basically just shut themselves just a little bit. Bottom lane, still free farming now for Artstyles. Nothing Melk can actually really do. He can't come in too close because Crystal Maiden will do exactly what she's doing right now. Just a little bit more aggressive. There's that nuke I was telling you about there from Lich. They'll be up to level 3 by now. He's harassing cut and paste down. He's going to be careful. He is pretty squishy. Visage now going on Melk. Melk is getting dagged in the bottom lane. Is running back out fast enough. One last little bit of a blast coming out from who's the man we're going to look for? Yes, Visage. That's it. 555. Looks like Pusher wants to try and make the initiation off once again. Just harassing him back. Cool Beast getting denied there in the middle lane. Axis flying out over the top, just trying to harass down what we believe is Lacoste there in the middle lane. Lich almost level 6 too. Got to be careful the second that one actually pops up. There we go, level 6. One Frost Nova would basically probably wipe out almost all of the life there of Windrunner, so something to be a little bit concerned about. As Lich does move up a little bit closer. As we do see another attempt going to come out here from Mania. He's actually in a good position now to get that fissure off. No, he doesn't. It's just on the wrong side. Shackle shot does come off. Furion wants to TP himself in a little bit closer, which for some reason he's already there, so doesn't need to. We do see Lich live to survive yet another day. Well, Spectre's having a great old time down there on the bottom lane. Malk his head back out. As first blood actually does go down. It goes out to Navi 555, so it was Necrolite there in the middle lane. Don't even know when that roar was going to come, as looks like Malk actually diving down back past that tier 1 tower on the bottom lane. Spectre just went straight over the top of the dagger, so we do see him actually go down while the top gank actually did finally come into effect, and Lich did actually get that kill. Cut and paste, looks like he must have got hit there by the Lich ulti. He's down to basic of HP, down to 100 HP now. But that's not going to be the least of his issues. Losing the tier 1 tower on the bottom lane is going to be a big issue at the moment. 6 minutes into it, and already the tower going down. As looks like they're going to see a bit of a counter push coming out from MYM. Want to do as much damage as they can towards that top tower. They can do that with the Furion, obviously with his ability to create those trinets. But the fallback will actually come, so ES looks pretty safe at the moment. We'll just put out a save game, as long as that's cool. Should be okay, unless they want to try and gank up here on the bottom lane. Looks like ES coming around the backside. Fissure does go off. Styles thinking about having a go. Lets out the dagger from behind. Earthshaker coming back again. Furion will now come in as well. Should be able to lock him in place. Styles is still moving himself around the trees, using the sidelines for Sarge. He's bought himself enough time. Now he's going to come in from the side, pushing the Earthshaker back. And Styles is juking it around. Was there enough mana? No, there wasn't enough mana there from Furion to actually lift the trees. And that was not something that he wanted to happen with CM going back now. Even Beastmaster helping out there on the bottom lane, lending him his Hawk. Just so MYM don't actually have an easy sight. Navi know what's coming for them. So bottom lane is still waiting to actually try and push onto this tier 2 tower. Looks like they want to try and outpush before Malk actually gets up to his Radiance. Which we'll have to check his gold count in just a moment to see what he's at. Oh, you'd actually know he's a long way off Radiance. Windrunner push back in there on the top lane. Bit of a burst. All it really requires to push him back. This bottom lane will be fine. I'll just ask the question just to make sure it's actually worth saving and not wasting their time. As we are 8 minutes into this game now, and there's our question, so there's our answer. So no saving for the game, so we can't screw it up. Woot, winner. So Spectre heading back down towards the bottom lane. Styles almost completed that Vanguard. So Valar still wants it to be saved, so we will, yeah, why not? So saving it is then, as I get completely distracted by duties. This is why Shoutcast is not that good at doing that. Anyway, Necrolite and Furion heading towards that middle lane. Looks like I might try and push Beastmaster back a little bit. Is anyone up now? Visage just floating between the two lanes right now. Spectre getting a lot of farm down there in the bottom lane. Vanguard already completed. Silverbeard just not able to compete with Spectre at this point. Doesn't want to sacrifice his bear either, because that just gives him more, so could be very close about how much he actually pressures with that bear before he pulls it back. There's Crystal Maiden just moving himself around the trees. Might even try and pull on his own wave. No, not going to. He'll be fine. Bear just harassing Specky back. So damn annoying with that refraction, which is just coming off. I say refraction, what am I talking about? Is this TA? No. But Mel just trying to harass him down as much as he possibly can. Spectre's got so much regen at this point, though. Actually, Bear just managed to get a couple of entangled roots off. That one stun, which does come off from the Bear. It's going to be slightly careful about that one. Lich, free farming up here on the top. Windrunner is heading back up there right now, but been out of the lane for a little bit. In fact, almost 4 levels behind up there on the top lane. MYM, it's just not looking good for them on any front at the moment. As CM might actually get caught out right now. Entangled Roost does actually go off. Fury will come in from the sides. 397 does go down. So 10 minutes just over here, and with that Crystal Band support out, Spectre will fall themselves back. So Melk has himself a little bit of time. Only a little bit. Got to try and slow down that wave as much as he can. Doesn't want to push too far. Looks like mid-gank did come off there as well. Sorry, boys, missed that one. But we do see Lacoste going down there in the middle lane. So Necrolite going down once again. 333 was the one that actually got the last hit for that one. TP support comes up towards top. Crystal Maiden is there. Windrunner can't actually stay around. Too dangerous on the other side of the river. Now the push will come on towards the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. ES Fidget goes off, tries to buy him a little bit of time. Creep Wave does get damaged. Force of Nature comes right over the top as well. Is trying to demolish that Creep Wave, so the tower will start to actually hit on top of the heroes. Doesn't do so just yet. In fact, they've still got the Beast on the side, as the respawn of it will actually come back up again from Beastmaster. Looks like Windrunner actually getting caught out. Oh, that Ledge Ulti has so screwed him over. 397 gets the last hit. But that does claim cut and paste up there on the top lane. 2-4 is currently where we're sitting. Na'Vi, they've claimed almost that, well, almost got 2 tier 1 towers so far. They're definitely ahead on the CS scores. Lid has enough to complete his mech. In fact, buys it up right now. Bottom lane getting pushed back a little bit further. Arstars is there. Malcolm wants to try and do a little bit of damage back, trying to push on the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Very, very hard to push up against the Spectre, who's got himself a little bit of farm already off the cuff. Oh, Lich. So much farm coming on top of Lich right now. I think Lich is actually the highest level hero on the entire map. And 9, and I would actually be correct. Necrolite is the only other person. Actually, Beastmaster was also up there. Yeah, level 9 as well. So, pretty close, but Beastmaster and Lich really playing the solos they wanted to. Cannon warning now coming off from Pusher. Wants to try and ensure that they try and control any form of this bottom lane. With the tier 1 tower going down, it is a little bit harder. So 333 getting support coming towards the middle lane. CM and Beastmaster joining up. Necrolite, Windrunner and ES, all there. ES Fidget goes off, tries to hurt the wave down. Force Nature goes through, so the tower now start attacking Beastmaster, who did go for the Roar. Specky haunts in, right on top of the mid. Beastmaster forced to fall back here. Necrolite being Frost Cone, while CM's taking the tower a hell of a lot there. CM takes a fall during the middle of the time. Visage still taking that tower. They should not have fought this here, the 2-1 tower. Mania comes through with a great Fissure over the top, and they will defend this mid lane off. And that was a little bit too cocky there by Na'Vi to push themselves through that far. MYM holding next to the tier 1 tower in the middle lane, making it 4 apiece now. Lich still free farming up the top lane, but that doesn't matter at the moment. Beastmaster is the kill they actually want to get. That's why you see MYM just so aggressive here and towards the mid lane. Axes do fly off, stop the healing salve. It already did its job though. So we don't have to worry too much. As items just being completed, Magic Wand going up. Headdress still in the middle lane. Visage just harassing with his Revenants, dropped them from the sky. We did see Pusher manage to actually claim one of their lives before it actually dropped, so extra 100 gold for him. As the Trench just waiting for it to come back up again. Can they get? No, they can't. 30 HP points is all that's left, and now trying to pull back the Trench before they give away gold as well. Up towards the top lane, Lich just trying to push out that tower. Frost Armor, only level 1. He'll have the rest of it inside the Dark Ritual as well as... Does he have any stat points? No. Not really. Yeah, just a couple. Something go for. Anyway, Manny goes up towards the top lane. Ignore me. Well, actually, don't ignore me. Just ignore that bit. Smooth. Manny's up here on the top lane, so they will actually have that extra support. Hopefully, Windrunner can get a little bit of farm for those MYM fans, especially after Na'Vi just screwed up a little bit there in the middle lane. Gave a couple of extra levels to our Windrunner, who was there in that middle lane. It was 4 heroes pulled in to actually do that, while Specky was actually still farming up the bottom lane. He's not going to go for Radiance at the moment. Looks like he must be going for different items. Looks like tier 1 tower did go down the mid lane. It was so low on HP anyway. Going to take a couple of hits. As Pusher needs a second as well. Gives us a second to actually have a look at the CS scores for everybody out there. It's like, oh, I want to see the stats. I'm a stat whore. Now you can actually see it. So 53 for 20 is the Beastmaster. He has got 1 kill and 1 assist so far. No deaths for him. And has actually managed to build up an urn. Also bought up the Medallion of Courage as well. Big option for a lot of people out there. The ability to drop armor. in your own. It's pretty awesome. CM taking it for the team. 2 deaths out of the 4 for Navi have been on her. She has got one of the kills. I'm not quite sure how she ended up with the last one of that one. But 397 did take that one. 1 assist as well. So been involved in 3, well, 2 at least. Two of the kills of the 4 they've actually got. We're back into the game. 74 for 10 is where Lich currently sits. There's Couriers and Hawks just flying themselves around. Beastmaster managed to actually claim the bear there. Wasn't able to pull it back there in time. Oh, no, he was. He was not able to claim the bear. Windrunner frosted up there on the top lane. So damn hard. So hard in a lane with Lich. Yes, Fisher does come off. They might actually get the double stun. Oh, Big ES ulti. The mech charge was the only thing that saved his life, but Furious TP'd in here. Frost goes off there from 818. He should actually die from this one. The armor is really keeping him alive. The power shot from Cut and Paste was enough to actually finish him off. So 818 going down there on the top lane. It's a big problem whenever you face Furion. You can easily get ganked, and the support will come. And also see the tier 2 tower going down there on the bottom lane. R-Styles gets the last hit in that one. And looks like Navi really want to push this hard through the bottom lane. Melk is there. ES has TP'd himself back down towards the bottom lane. And let's off the Fisher trying to slow down that creep wave coming in. The Frost Cone going off there on the bear, which Melk instantly pulls back here. He's also in his druid form, trying to give himself that little bit of front line ability. As the nukes flying out there from Visage, not doing anything there to the lone druid, the Syllabear, who will come out of that in just a second. There goes the Fisher once again, trying to lock down Spectre. R-Styles! He's locked! The Entangle Roots, the roar from Beastmaster, will it be enough? He horns himself out of trouble! Oh! Wow, Mania goes down during this one too. Shackle Shot comes right over the top. They do manage to actually lock 333. He was right next to the bear. He was entangled off. And now they want to try and bring down 555. Can the bear catch off? Will the bear get entangled roots? No, they won't, because the trees are there. There goes the entangled roots. Held him off, so MYM just had enough time to catch up. Shackle Shot there from Cut and Paste. And that will bring down 555. And that makes it 2 kills. A 4-1 for the MYM side. And a Specky very, very lucky to escape from that one. And he manages to get himself back up towards that top lane. But that was almost a 3 for 1. Only 1 kill going off in the other lane, but we do see Necrolite coming towards that mid lane. Tier 1 tower has actually gone down there, so 2 Tier 1 towers have been claimed by both sides. 1 Tier 2 tower for Navi, so as far as the towers go, they definitely pip them at the stakes. Lich is on that bottom lane. Furion trying to come down, try and lock him in place. There goes the trees. The bear will now try and get himself in front. Melk actually just, the bear going off in a weird sort of direction. Thought he would actually kept the pressure on as Syllabear coming up from the side. Necrolite will come in as well. A little bit of damage. Actually throws off the ulti straight away. That's a weird move there by Necrolite. Just wants to, well, not drop him down. This is the time he wanted to let off the ulti. Beastmaster coming in here. Mania TPing himself back out again. No, he's in a lot of trouble. And does get himself back out there. Cool Beast will take the fall for the team. And that makes it 8-5 now. MYM. Somehow they managed to hit themselves a stride in Navi. Somehow they managed to actually give them a little bit. 17 minutes through and they're trying to actually pressure onto the tier 3 tower. That's a lot of confidence coming out there from Navi. And possibly a little bit of arrogance up against MYM. MYM are not a side to be messed with. And they've just given them a little bit of an opening right now. Spirit Bear is Spirit Bear. Malk is now known as the Spirit Bear of Worlds. He is almost up. He's 1,000 gold off getting that Sacred Relic, and then another 1,350 for the Radiance. So not far off for that one. Necrolite keeping the life alive in his own creep wave, so they can push out this tower. CM is there. Visage is now joined as well. So MYM doing the smart thing. They got themselves a good start. The lane's been pushed out. There's Pusher actually going down here, up here on the top lane. I mean, R-Star going down here on the top lane. Specky did try to haunt in for a second. I mean, tried to haunt out for a second. Couldn't find a better option, though. And died on the top lane. So 9-5 is currently where we sit. Furion, you've got to keep your eye on him. Pusher, the ability to jump around anywhere on the map whenever he wants to. It's kind of OP. But it is making it now 9-5. Django's up on him. We saw the medallion up on another hero. No, actually 2 Djangos. Windrunner's got one as well as Furion. So everyone's all about the Django. It's quite funny because the cooldown, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's actually 6 seconds. So it's a double burst to actually get from MYM. Lich now coming down. Lich is just like, oh, hang on. No. Don't want to be part of that. Support coming up towards the top lane now. Visage knows he doesn't need support up there. Especially knowing now that Furion is farming up his own neutrals. So I'm farming up his neutrals, as in the Scourge neutrals. How are we going for Spirit Bear on the bottom lane? Needs to get to that 1300, not 1300. What am I talking about? 3800 is what the word I'm currently searching for. Wow, who wants a brain fart? I think we just got one. 9 to 5 is... All right, boys, we're going to take a breath. We're going to breathe in. While everyone's not attacking, we'll look at the stat screen and get Tobi's mind working again. All right, let's look at the carry. R-Stars up for 94 for 11. He's got 2,700 gold in the back. So it'll be the battle for the Radiance. Who gets there first? Or more than likely, actually be Milk. He's definitely on his way for it. A little bit easier for him. He does actually have 2 abilities to actually hit. His stats are actually pretty freaking low. In fact, 58 for 16. 12 neutral kills is what he does actually have, but still he's a long way behind R-Star's farm. And, well, that's just mainly because he's pumping everything into his bear at the moment. Hasn't really got much more than what is actually sitting on his bear. Looks like top lane defense is being prepared. But yeah, Headdress of Rejuvenation. Probably wants to complete that mech sometime soon. Stout Shield and Boots. And that's for himself as well as the bear. Sometimes we do see Silver Bears try and save the extra 500 gold. And they'll actually chain it off a little bit. So you'll see them just trade the boots across. Looks like top lane about to be pressured off here. Lich is there, ready to rock and rumble. The Changos are popped off. The Inner Beast coming out there from Beastmaster on the top lane. As the Force of Nature is really slowing them down the top lane. ES Vision goes off. There's armor on top of everyone though, so they won't really care about that one. Denied tower on the bottom lane from Art-Style. So while Malk is keeping the pressure on that bottom lane, actually entangling, rootsing him up. The top lane is being range defended here by the MYM side. Not wanting to come too close, just in case they do risk that Lich ulti. As Malk now decides to lag himself up at 21 minutes and 34 seconds into the game. Not a good thing to actually do. Power shots coming up from the side. Wanted to check it out. Pusher instantly saving it up here. Ballart with a maybe save question. Even though we can't reload off this host spot. Now NAvi with that save, they want to actually try and dive it. They're going to get one too. Pusher's going to be the first one to take a fall. TP support is coming towards the top lane. And wow, Necrolite went straight in the middle of the team. Oh, there's a suicidal TP. 333 gets himself a double kill up here on the top lane. R-Style's joining the fun as well. And MYM, well, Navi made a mistake before. MYM made it this time. And this will cost him a tier 2 tower as well. Power shot, just demolishing the last of the wave here. Cut and paste to try and slow down any push which will come up. But with that amount of heroes up there on the top, it's going to be very easy. Fury now pushing out this bottom lane with Milk support. Milk with that Sacred Relic up. If they bring down this tower, if he gets the last hit, that will almost be a guaranteed radiance on that bottom lane. There's Milk once again just having a couple of ping issues. That tower will go down. Will he get the last hit is going to be my big question right now. As A18 actually takes a fall up here on the top lane. ES must have combined up here. He did so. Cut and Paste got the last hit, but Mania takes the fall. Actually, sorry, Pusher got the last hit up there on the top lane. Wow, really? He did? Okay, cool, fair enough. Nothing like a Force of Nature to steal the kill. Visage TPing himself back in towards that bottom lane. Malk is pushing any further. Trees go up. They will frost off that bear. Trees from Pusher was just there as a discouragement from Visage. Tries to slow him down, and Milk does the wise thing and falls back at this point. Needs to farm up that 1350, get that Radiance up before he loses it. Obviously, if he dies, he loses that extra money. Specky. Wow, the rush for the Radiance is on. Already with his Sacred Relic. Going to go for neutrals this time around, so Mania, yeah, well done, Mania. Pusher, there for a little bit of farm with Milk just being in the corner. From those ogres, he actually will just be short. Yeah, just short by 50 gold. So the battle will actually probably go in the way of Milk. So the relic being up there by 23 minutes, effective for both teams. Obviously, the extra damage that will actually come out from Spectra. Not to mention the point when he actually haunts. If you catch people out by themselves, Spectra does more damage. Add that Radiance damage on top of it. And not to mention the Radiance push damage, which then gets done in the entire AoE area for anywhere a Spectra actually is. Comes up pretty nicely, in fact. But the awesome thing for for Melk, though, as the still a bear, is the ability to actually push with the Radiance on top of the bear. So he doesn't actually need to be there. The bear can just push it himself. And that's where the big strength does actually come there from Silver Bear, and that's why he's known as one of the best pushers. One of the best. There are a lot in this game. In fact, they've actually got two of the greatest. Furion, great for ganking, great for pushing, great for support. Everything you possibly want all comes out from him. The only thing he needs is levels. He can do off a fair amount of damage later. Do sometimes see Deso. But that's only if you get massive farm. And really don't want that on him at the moment. Radiance is completed on top of Melk right now, so he has that. Looks like Spectre also has the same, just needs the Courier to fly himself back in. And the Goblin Zapper will then pick it up. And there it goes, and will burst itself up towards that top lane. There's MYM just holding the control for the moment. I say for the moment, there's a little bit of a calm after that storm up there on the top tier 2 tower on the top lane. Fishing going off, so 25 minutes into this game. The Quill Beast, was that a smoked Quill Beast? I think that was actually a smoked Quill Beast. That actually kind of like gave off what Navi are currently doing. See a smoked Quill Beast come on, it's like, okay, someone is freaking popped off smoke somewhere. Navi are hunting. They want to kill. They want an advantage so they can try and push down and get a Rax here. They might find one as well. No one's around the middle. It's just the bear giving a little bit of pressure up. So Navi on massive speed as well. Nothing like Django Auras to move yourself a little bit faster. And they just show themselves back up here in the middle lane, so they couldn't find themselves a gank on that bottom lane around the neutrals. No one was farming that at the time. Necrolite now says, oh, cool, now I'll go. It's cool, it's clear. Melk up on the top lane, getting a couple of items for himself. Strength trades up for himself now. ES just stealing all the last hits and almost has enough for a Blink Dagger. Just short by 14 gold. And he'll hang around there for just a little bit longer. Another 8 seconds he'll actually have. That looks like Roshan is now being done here by Navi. Blink Dagger purchase. No one knows Roshan's being done right now. Django does pop off for a second on Roshan, lowering down his armor. A little bit harder to finish him off at the end here, but there goes the Roshan. Aegis Immortal goes into Spectre's hands. So Radiance, Vanguard, and Specky. Yeah, Radiance, Specky, Aegis. Yeah. So I'll look for him to actually initiate wherever he wants to, more than likely. Actually, he comes to TP towards the top lane. CM is up there. Melk wants to keep the pressure on. Melk should actually do a hell of a lot of damage to this tower right now. As the bear, it looks like it's having a couple of issues getting Frost Cone there. It's just like glitching on the animation of the Frost Cone. As TP from Furion goes down towards the bottom lane. Big job here for Pusher right now. Even though they can push nice and hard there with Malik's Bear, they've got to make sure Pusher keeps all the other lanes in check. So like Navi, ready to push out this mid lane. CM's going to probably run herself down there to come and join the battle. Lich, Visage, Specky, they're all there. Need a couple more heroes though. While Malk is still farming it inside the trees. The push will now come towards the tier 2 tower. Necrolite's there. Malik's Bear is already on the job. So Radiance burn damage for everybody. The medallion actually popping off there on Spirit Bear, sorry, Django as well as medallion, sorry, popping off there on the Spirit Bear, trying to slow him down. VS actually, ES gets the fissure off, actually pretty nicely there on top of Visage. Specky decides to haunt himself in. Support was coming in from the side where Malk was actually trying to make his run. He's being caught out in the side trees. Axes fly right over the top here. Roar as well on top of Malk. He's still alive. Lich only bouncing across. Finally, the 333 nuke comes over the top there. Visage gets the last hit, so Malk takes the fall. Won't have enough money for a buyback as they still lost a lot of abilities to actually try and get these last hits off here. Cut and paste trying to get himself back up here. Furion actually locking his own teammate in place. Cut and paste trying to retreat off there, but R-Styles locked him in place. R-Styles should actually take a fall right here. No, he doesn't. Magic Wand charges. Will the rock be enough? No, it won't. 90 HP was enough to keep him alive. Tower hits him again, but he's still alive. Earn charges. Wow, everything you actually want to keep him alive is just being thrown at him. And there goes the tier 2 tower in the middle lane. 2 heroes down for MYM. Bad battle to actually lose. Visage goes back to the towards the bottom lane to try and hold that lane back. But wow, MYM very, very lucky after losing that battle not to lose a Rax. Could have been very, very disastrous for them. Now Pusher trying to get a little bit more lane control back again. Drops down the Trenants. ES also helping with a little bit more push power throughout his fissure. Cut and paste, lagging off a little bit here. A couple of players already having a couple of issues just dropping here and there. 29 minutes and 13 seconds into this game. No ability to actually reload from the host as well. So if you do drop, there is going to be nothing there. Push is saying he's on vent. So it is the call. It is the call out from 818. Hopefully it's not the case. If it is, then all those guys can literally kiss my ass. So cut and paste actually does drop. We do have the save game from the 20-minute mark after that fight. The question will be now for the teams if they actually want to reload it off here. So the pause will actually come out from Artstyle, so it's a decision for the boys. Yeah, the save game was 15 minutes. So that's literally basically half the game ago. So the question will actually be if they want to do it or not. So we will have to wait and see because we'll have to rechange the host spot as well, guys. So we're just going to take a short break and see if we can figure out what's going to go on. So guys, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, so it does look like the game will actually continue on from this point. The teams have decided to actually just keep on going. No point actually loading in from a 15-minute save. As we will actually see now our Windrunner, which has dropped off. Going to be controlled, looks like, by Melk. Even the bear just getting slightly blocked there by cut and paste. He is the hero to actually have actually been disconnected, so we'll see how Windrunner does actually roll. So in towards the middle, cut and paste wants to initiate. Wind running himself up. Can't she get the initiation off as Spectre decides to haunt himself in, want to go straight for ES. Fury now TPing in towards the middle lane. R-Stars doesn't have that haunt again, will get locked himself in place. He does, in fact. ES trying to run himself back out, but Spectre daggers himself right over the top of the trees. ES Fisher will lock them into place here, while Necrolite does pop off his ability to actually heal, but looks like this game is going to be over very, very fast with cut and paste as well as Mania's a Windrunner, as well as ES already taking a fall off, and Furion also getting nuked on the side. Noel comes back in again, trying to damage down Beastmaster, might be able to do so as well, brings in the bear as well. Frost Cone goes off, trying to hold Melk in place. Lich Oldie bouncing around the middle of them all too, and there's a complete team down here by MYM. The GG call comes, and we'll go into game 2. Wow, that was kind of actually said that was, well, we can't actually say that was going to happen. That was MYM going, okay, we're a player down, we'll try and initiate. They couldn't pull it off. Specky haunted in, and MYM just threw everything into one basket at the end. And, well, that makes it a 31-minute GG game, and we'll be back for game 2 in just a moment, guys.